Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you. Of course, we are pleased to be joined by the defending Daytona 500 champion. That doesn't get old, doesn't it? Michael McDowell, the driver of the number 34 Ford 4 Front Row Motorsports. How's it going?
It's going well. Yeah, it hasn't got old yet. It's been a fun couple of weeks. A lot of preseason media, and so being the Daytona 500 champion and the reigning champion's fun. Going into all the media and headed into Daytona as the current Daytona 500 champion. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I know you've gotten to do a lot of things, and it did take you back to all the things that you got to do last year, all the talk shows you went on. I think does it bring back a lot of memories? I believe you. I just watched your clip from when you were on. I think it was Kelly and Ryan. I think the other day.
Yeah, it does. I think that's what's been fun about it is, you kind of revisiting and reliving all those fun moments that we had last year. It definitely motivates you to do it again, brand new season and a lot of opportunities. So, obviously it's done a lot for myself and my career and for the team. And you want to keep that momentum going into 2022.
When you look at this season with the new net with the new car and all that fun stuff, what is this season going to be like, you think?
Well, it's hard to answer that because there's so many unknowns, right? It's a brand new car. We don't know until we hit the racetrack and get racing. But, my hope and expectation is that, with this new car, that it's going to level the playing field, that, that we'll be closer to those big teams from a, car performance standpoint. And that it'll give us an opportunity, when we execute and do everything right, to have more chances at winning races. That's the hope for us with this next gen car. And so far, the tests have gone well, and I enjoy it. It's been fun to drive, and I think it's going to be a fun season. But there's a lot of unknowns, and so until we get racing, we just won't know.
Also, what's it been like to work with with your crew chief, with your new crew chief, I should say, Blake Harris coming into the fold? And that was kind of a quick transition a little bit, because it wasn't that long from when Drew announced that he was departing and to now Blake coming into the team. What has that been like, getting used to a new crew chief?
Yeah, it's been great. Thankful to have Blake, and like you said, it all kind of happened pretty quick, and so we feel very fortunate to get Blake. He's won a lot of races and championship in the Cup Series and brings a lot of experience and knowledge. And then also too with testing, that's been a big help. Normally you're going to Daytona with very little opportunity to work together, communicate, run through things, and we've been fortunate to have these tests where we can have that dialogue and figure out what we need to do, figure out each other and communication style, and then going into the clash, having an opportunity to do that again. So that's been nice to be able to work through some of those things. But we're excited to have Blake and feel like he's an asset, and looking forward to seeing how we all perform together on the track.
So that's, of course, also you have a new teammate as well. Of course, Todd Gillan coming into the fold, but not really. Todd's been around the team for a long time. But what's it like working with Todd on the Cup side?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think that Todd has a bright future, and I raced with his dad, and I've been friends with the family for a long time. So having Todd here, feels very comfortable and natural, and I've enjoyed helping him, and I've probably it's probably been the easiest as far as a teammate goes. As far as that, I feel obligated to make sure that he goes into it with all the knowledge and all the opportunity he can, and I want to see him succeed and do well. And so, yeah, it's been fun to work with him and get the test. And I think he's going to be, a part of this organization for a long time.
And, in terms of, of course, in terms of your partners, I know a lot of your familiar partners are going to be coming back.
Yeah. I think we're going to be announcing that over the next couple of weeks. And, but you're going to see a lot of the, familiar partners on the program for 2022. And we're excited about that. It's been fun to grow our program and build our program. And it takes partners, and to have majority of those partners back and have them expand their, their partnership in races there's a lot of good things that are happening around 34 car right now, and excited about it.
Yeah, of course. Really looking into where that is. Of course, the LA Clash is next week. Did you ever think you'd be racing inside of a stadium, Michael?
No, no, never thought that. It's going to be fun. I mean, I think that it's a cool venue, a cool opportunity. There's a lot of expectation going into this that just what we can do and how we will race. But at the same time, I think that the fans are going to get a great show. So looking forward to it, kicking off the season, having some fun, and hopefully getting a victory lane.
That'll be that'll be something for sure. Let me ask you this. I know you've been, this is hard to believe, but this is your 5th season with Front Row, but this is, I think, your 11th or 12th in the Cup Series. What's that like? You've been around for a while. What have you seen so far in your time racing in NASCAR?
Yeah, I think that, I've seen a lot of change in the sport. A lot of different rule packages and, car configurations and, just a ton has changed. But at the same time, racing's still racing, and the heart of it is still the same. They're going to throw a green flag. They're going to throw a checker flag. Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. And it's just about finding out and figuring out who can do that best. Right. And so I feel like even though there's been a tremendous amount of change in venues, changing cars, all those things, racing is still racing. And so that helps with experience, just to see those things, that you still got to think about all the same things you thought about last year. You got to approach the car maybe a little bit different. But what makes a race car fast 10 years ago and what makes a race car fast now are still the same. And it's all about finding those details and getting the most out of everything.
Yeah, for sure. I know that also. I know you've got 4 kids, of course, and all that with family and stuff. I don't know, since we've seen Eric Almirola announce his retirement, has that came up in your mind a little bit?
No, I don't have enough money to retire, so I got to do this for a lot longer. I got weddings and educations to pay for, So, yeah, I mean, there's, not being completely funny, there's a lot to that. I've been in the sport a long time. I've done a lot of races, but I haven't been in the most competitive opportunities. And so that also correlates with, being able to retire. So if I stop racing cars today, I'm going to have to go get a job tomorrow. And so far, driving race cars is a much funner job than anything else I can find. And so I'm going to try to keep doing that for as long as I can.
Yeah. And getting ready for this season, getting ready for the Daytona 500, what's it going to be like to get down to Daytona? And just, I know you were down there a few weeks ago, but what's it going to be like to go down there to Daytona as the defending champion?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I always do. When you drive into Daytona, it's the beginning of a new season, a fresh start, fresh everything, clothes, gear, suit, cars, and fresh opportunities, right? And so for me, it's all about maximizing the opportunities that are in front of us. We'll definitely enjoy, the success we had there last year in the past, but, moving forward, it's just thinking about, this year and what can we build on this year. And so, yeah, we'll enjoy it and it'll be fun. But at the same time, the eyes are forward on winning again and going back to back at Daytona.
All right. Michael McDowell, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
And always a pleasure to have you on. We'll have you on throughout the year.
All right. Thanks, Casey. Appreciate it.